everybody, and thank you very much for joining me once again. If you're new to my channel, my name is Eleftheria and I'm so glad that you joined in this live stream. In the description box, as always, you can find all the information that you possibly need. I have a link if you also want to participate with your project. So just fill the form. It's a Google form, and the only thing that I need from you is your website and your name, and then I will do the free review. It's always free. It will continue being free. It's something that I enjoy. I think it's helpful both for you and for me that I'm doing these reviews. So for today we have 4 reviews, 4 different kind of projects, and I would also like for you to participate. So leave me a comment and I will do my best to read it at the same time that I'm doing the review. So we can have like a nice chat and we can all suggest things. So the first project that we are going to see, it's coming from Mohamed. I hope that I pronounced the name correctly. And I have already turned it into English because we can see the site in French and English, but I don't know French, so I'm just going to do the review in English. So the first thing that we see is hi, I am, and the name, and then the profession. As I said a million times already, I do like the structure. When I see a portfolio, the first thing that I want to see is a name, and then what do you do? And here I can see that. Then the other thing that I usually like to see is a photo of the person. In this case, we have the photo, and I'm not really sure if this is like a stretched image or that person wanted to be like that. Again, in the comments, if you have like a different opinion, hi there. I don't know exactly what you're writing. Now I'm seeing the comments, I mean. Yep. Okay, somebody deleted the message, but it's okay. Anyway, let's go back to the review. I'm not sure if the image is stretched or not. It seems like that, like it's a bit stretched. Maybe you have a different opinion, so if you do have a different opinion, just again let me know in the comments below. I have read that quote right here. It took me a while to read it, but I liked it, so nice. It's a little nice touch. And then we have the About Me section. I would like to mention that there are some things that could be improved here. For example, you don't want that space right here. And then it says the purpose of this site is to serve as an extension to my resume, which is something always good, provide information to potential employers while also demonstrating my web development skills. I made it because I'm looking for a job at the moment. I believe it can save us time on screening calls and even the actual interview. I think that this is good, and I think that it's nice that you specify why you build that project. But to be honest, I think that if somebody wants to interview, he will interview, so I'm not sure how much time you will save on that. The other thing is that I love to see your social media here. And let's go to the next section. Alright, sorry again, but I see some questions on the chat and I will answer all the questions when I'm finished with the reviews. But for now, if you have like any suggestion particular for this project that we are viewing right now or in the upcoming projects, let me know and I will read like immediately your comments. But for the questions, I'm going to leave them for the end. And hello Pratik as well. And thank you very much for all of your kind words, guys. Okay, let's go back to the next section, which is skills and experience. For skills, you have like CSS frameworks. Maybe you could specify which CSS frameworks you're more comfortable with or you know. I like the other stuff. My only concern again is the dot here. I'm not sure if you need the dot. Personally, I wouldn't have it because you have a space and then a dot. We usually don't have that. You don't need the space and you don't need the dot. So my suggestion here would be to just delete that part and maybe specify which CSS frameworks you know. As for the experience, you have front-end developer with primary focus on JavaScript. That's nice. And some other stuff here as well. Again, I can see that you're using dots everywhere, and I'm not very sure about that. And also, when you say freelancer and then you have Udemy, do you mean that you freelanced for Udemy and you freelanced in freelancer? I'm not sure about that, and I'm not sure if anyone else can understand that easily. Yeah, so again, guys, like if you have like any suggestion about what does this mean, like freelancer and Udemy, let me know. Maybe it means that this person has done something about Udemy, but I'm not really sure for now. Continuing, we have the projects, and we can see 5 projects, and after that we have, for more projects, please visit my GitHub. Now GitHub should be a link, and as soon as we click on that link, we should be transferred to GitHub. And you know, that's easy, you already have that, so we do have the link here, but it will be easier for the user if that word right here was a link. Now let's check a little bit the projects. As soon as I click on one of the projects, I'm being transferred on GitHub. And as we said, we don't want that. We don't want the user to leave your website. So it's very easy with, you know, HTML, just to transfer the other person into GitHub, so they don't have to leave your website. Just as we do a right click and we are being transferred here, we would like to the same thing, I mean, for GitHub. Now it's just an image, what I did was just an image, but I think that you understand what I mean. Okay, let's continue a little bit more with questions HR people ask. Personally, I'm also not sure about that. I can see your thought behind it, I know why you did it. You did it probably because HR people always ask the same things. But it can be also quite offensive, because it means that HR people are not so creative. And also HR people, even if you answer those questions, I think that they will still ask like the same questions, because it's a different thing to write things down and it's a different thing to say things out loud. Here you maybe have like formatted everything beautiful and nice, but in real life maybe you will say something differently. And when people are interviewing you, they also want to see how you speak, how's your oral like communication. So here maybe they can see that you have like a nice written communication, but also I think that you will keep getting those questions in phone calls. And like if I'm being wrong, again, like feel free to mention that either in the comments or in the chat. Anyway, let's see. You have the basic information: name, age, nationality, study, and languages. Again, I'm not sure why you are using so many spaces right here. I don't think that you should. You also write that your age is like 18 years old. That's cool, but maybe it will be a little bit better if you write the age that you were born, sorry, the year that you were born, so you don't have to go every year and like change that thing right here, okay? Why have you decided to become a programmer? Just again, please be careful with the spaces. I mean, here you're doing a nice job, but here you need to remove that space. You have I always wanted to, have studied on my own. Here you could say I have studied on my own and I'm really ready. Now maybe you believe that you are ready, which is awesome, like it seems like you're a confident person, but you don't want to seem like overconfident, okay? You don't want to seem like cocky. So you could say, I feel ready, something like that. Which technologies do you want to work with? And here you have like some of your technologies. I believe that if you go to a company, they will give you the technologies. They will not ask you what technologies you want to work with, because in a company, they are already working with some specific technologies. So maybe you could rephrase that question and keep the answer same, or like do the opposite thing. And then how soon can you start? Again, you have your answer. That's pretty cool. That's okay. Alright, I think that was it. You could also add a footer, and in that footer you could have things such as your social media and I don't know, maybe again your name, yeah, and stuff like that. The last thing that I would like to mention here is that for this menu right here, maybe you could give some more distance, some more margin or padding between the words, because I feel that they are not separated very well. Okay, again guys, if you have like any other suggestion, leave a comment and I will do my best to check it. And if we have like any new people that just came in, just check the description box and find out how you can participate with your own project. Okay, and here is how it looks on a mobile form. Maybe it's quite small for you, but if I go to 75, then it's a little bit bigger and we can see the whole thing. So I checked everything just before we started this live stream and everything looks kind of cool. I like that. So I wouldn't change anything here. Although, as I said earlier, just be a little bit careful with your links. For example, we don't want here to be transferred into GitHub. We want to stay into your website. Okay, that's it for this project. And let's continue with the next one, which is coming to us from Nani. And Nani has an overall like beautiful website. I do like that theme with the light and the dark theme. Let's see it in dark, because I don't know, I prefer the dark theme. I don't know, what about you guys? Do you prefer the light theme or the dark theme? Like, I mean in general, not specifically on that website only. I prefer the dark theme, so yep, we will stick to that for now. So starting here, I like that, I think that this is your logo. If I'm not wrong, this is your logo, but probably you should have your logo as a favicon here as well. A thing that these like small things, these small details will make your website a little bit better. So yeah, keep your favicon here as well. Ni is beautiful. I guess that it's coming from Nani. And then this light theme and dark theme, sorry, I think that it takes like a lot of place. It has a lot of room and we don't like that much. Maybe you could do something smaller here. Maybe you could keep it like somewhere up here so it doesn't take like so much room. Yeah, I see you guys that you prefer dark as well. So it says about me, I am P Nani. Maybe here you could have your whole name, your full name. I develop different stuff, Flutter apps, Android apps, desktop applications, and also backend. So here you say apps, and then applications. Why? You can say applications everywhere, or you can say apps everywhere. The word apps and applications is the same. There is no difference between apps and applications, but because we want to have consistency, I would suggest you to write everything either apps or applications. And here you say and also backend. I would suggest you to say here and I also do backend. So just change that to and I also do backend. And then you have I learn to code and code to learn. I'm not sure about the underlying things here, because when I see some text being underlined, I think that I can click on that, and in that case, like, I'm clicking on that, but I can, like, it doesn't do anything. And also the other thing that I noticed on your website is that I cannot like hover or copy like anything. Like I'm scrolling, I try to copy or I try to double click on Android apps and I can't. I don't know why, but I see like a lot of people that are working lately and they are doing their portfolios, they disable that stuff that I can like hover or I can double click. I don't know why do you guys do that, but like I'm not fan of it, because for example maybe I like really quickly want to copy Flutter apps and I can't. I just have to open a new tab and type it on my own, but I can't. And for example, maybe as a hiring manager, I want to Google your name, because that's not a strange thing. Probably as a hiring manager, I would Google your name, but I can't even copy that. So why do you have it like that? And I'm sorry, this question doesn't go only to you. I've seen like a lot of portfolios that people do that, but it's not working very well. I mean, yep. Just be a little bit careful about that. Let's see also nice question on the chat. that says, is logo taking too much space in the screen? In this case, I like the logo because the logo, it's minimal, it's fun. I don't mind that it takes up too much place. I would keep it like that. But as for the light theme and dark theme, as I said, yes, this is taking too much place on the screen. And I would probably, if it was mine, I would probably have it somewhere here. And maybe also with a smaller font size. In general, again, I do like big font sizes, but because this is like a small thing, I would have it like somewhere here on top. Oh, hello, Florine. Hello. Anyway, let's continue a little bit more. After the About Me section, we have the resume, and it says if you'd like to look at my resume, you can download by clicking here. Again, here, because I want to click it, I would prefer to being able to hover on it. I would be able to see some different things here, some animation, or anyway, you know, I think that you get what I mean. The other thing is that I usually don't click on resumes, but in this case I did that. I clicked on resume and I noticed that your resume is a 2-page thing. And so a small suggestion here would be to, you know, we don't want like 2 pages resumes. We usually want 1 page, but this is like a small suggestion. Let's keep going with your website. Then we have the projects, and I can see that you have quite a few projects, and we can see all of your projects in GitHub. This is nice. I like that you give some basic information here, but again, because we do have like a lot of space, you could potentially give even more information, like saying a few things about the project, saying how much time did it took you to create it, what stack did you use. And I like that this time when I click on view on GitHub, I'm actually being transferred on GitHub, so it's another website, and I can see both of this stuff simultaneously. So it was not like the previous case that I couldn't see 2 things simultaneously. Okay, thank you guys in the chat that you are being active. I like that. Okay, and let's continue a little bit more. We have the achievements, and I think that this is like a nice addition. You have like quite a few achievements. That's awesome for you. I would suggest you to keep everything chronologically, so have on top the things about 2020 and then continue with 2019, and you know, like other stuff as well. I like that you use like this different kind of colors. I think that it makes it a little bit more creative, so good job there. Let's continue with worked as. Here I personally would change that. I think that you could say I have worked as, and not only the 2 words worked as. So maybe just also change that like I have worked as. Okay, cool. So you have a CTO, Android developer intern, Flutter developer intern, Android developer intern, and again, I would suggest you to have those things in a chronologically order, and I would appreciate if you could add again the year. So is it 2020, 2019, or for how much time did you intern? Was it like for 3 months, for 6 months, for 1 year? Like again, something like that. And what else do we have? We have contact me, and in contact me you say if you'd like to say hello or talk about any designing related ideas, projects, or want to hire me, feel free to reach out. You can find me on LinkedIn and GitHub. Again, I would prefer these things to look like real links. I know that they are links, I have clicked them before, but as soon as I hover on them, nothing is being changed, and I would like to see some change again or some small animation. The last part, your footer, it says made with love and Flutter. My suggestion here would be to also add your social media links, because we have used to see the social media links on the footer. Okay, let's continue a little bit more. and I'm going to close these pages, and let's check out our third website for the day. And I can see you guys in the chat that you're chatting a little bit. All right, nice. I'm trying to read everything and also like going through the reviews. Okay, so the third one that we're going to see, actually let's start from this part right here. It's coming to us from Ambuj Raj, and again, if you have to comment on anything about that website, like feel free to do so. It says Ambuj Raj. I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And it says like, I am a developer, I am a foodie, and you have also that website in English, which is kind of cool. You have about a resume, portfolio, contact, and your social media links. I cannot scroll here, so the other thing that I can do is click on the About section. Now, on the About Me section, you have like a big beautiful font size and the font family. I do like that. I'm not going to read the text, but I already did. It's quite okay. Some improvements can always be done. For example, you don't need to have that with a capital letter, or these things you don't have to do them with capital letter, but it's okay, a lot of people still do that. Then between the name and your actual name, I think that you have like more than one spaces, and I'm not sure why you have it like that. Yep. And also in the age, you have 21, as I suggested to the previous person, or in the first review that I did for today. Maybe you could have the year that you were born instead of your age, because that's like, you don't have to renew it like every year. And you have download CV, again your social media links, which is kind of cool, and your email. I like the structure right here. And let's continue to the next section, which is my services. Services I offer to my clients. You have web development, UI design, search engine optimization, and responsive design. I do like that thing. I do like that you write what you can do. It's a nice addition. Now, the only thing that I don't understand is on that last part right here, is that a bug, or I don't know why do you have these two things? Usually when we have two pages we have it, you know, like that, but I'm not sure like why you have it now like that. Anyway, that was the About Me section. Let's close that and check the resume here. You have education and experience. On education, you have your graduation, 2017-21, cool, and full stack web development, again, 2017 to 2018, cool. You have your experience, and many more to come. A small suggestion here is that when actually more experience is about to come, you should add it on the top, because we want things to go in a chronological order. So the newest thing will go on top, and then the project manager, the project admin, is going to the end. And also we usually want to see full dates. So you have like Girl Script Summer of God. Do you still do that, or did you do that only for some months? You could specify a little bit more about the duration. Okay, so let's continue with skills. For skills, we have HTML, JavaScript, Python, and you have like give yourself like a percentage of that. I'm not sure about that. Again, I have seen a lot of portfolios and a lot of people do that, but it's kind of weird, like, don't you think? And also like guys in the chat, don't you think that it's a bit weird giving yourself like a percentage? And for example, I remember that somebody had asked me how well do I know it was like a particular technology, and I thought that I knew it like really well, so I gave myself a big like percentage. But as I kept working on that, I realized that I didn't knew like at all that technology. So I felt such a fool later in front of that person, that I had given myself such a big like score, and eventually I didn't know like almost anything. Yeah, Anyway, this is just my personal experience and suggestions about the skills section. Now, continuing, we have the portfolio, and on the portfolio you have a beautiful animation here. I do like that quite a lot. You have the different categories. Again, this is kind of cool. Let's go to all, and since I've already checked that portfolio section before, I have to say that I would prefer when I click into a project to be able to see some more information. But in that case, the only thing that I can see is an image. I don't know if this is a bug. I don't know if you wanted for me to see only that image, but since you say more info, I would expect more information than just, you know, an image. Okay, so maybe you could take a look again on the portfolio section and really add some more information, because the portfolio section is one of the most important sections in a portfolio or in a personal website. So really put some more effort here. Keep the way that you have layout everything. I do like the layout. I do like the small animation thing, but again, please do add some more info. Okay, cool. And let's also check the last part right here, which is the contact. It says get in touch. Again, I'm not sure why the T is in capitals. I don't think that it should be. We have contact info, always available for freelance work. In the right project comes along, feel free to contact me. The feel free, again, you have the F in capital. I don't think that we need that. We have name, call. You could have that as a mobile phone and not call. And then we have your email. Okay, cool. All in all, it's a nice project. I do like the colors. I do like the font family, the font size and stuff like that. My biggest suggestions for you would be to improve a little bit the portfolio section and, like, you know, add some more information. But other than that, it looks like really okay. Okay, and if you also, guys, again in the chat have like some more things to say, feel free to do so. Feel free to comment out and say your suggestions. Okay, let's go through the last one, which is IncoreBmedia. And the person that sent me this project is called Zafra. So thank you very much, Zafra, for sending me this page. We can see again, as in the previous one, that we have the light and dark mode. This time, let's give it the light mode, although I asked you before and some of you said that you prefer like the dark mode, but I personally prefer the dark mode. But anyway, let's check this time the light mode. We have hello there. So we usually see things like that, like hello there or hi there. I do believe something very magical can happen when you read a good book and you have the name of the author. So as far as we can see, we are not talking about a portfolio here, but we are talking about a project that has to do with books and writing. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. The first thing that we see, obviously, is that we don't have like a lot of animations, we don't have a lot of colors, so I would say that this is like a simple project. Don't get me wrong, when I say simple, I don't mean it's something bad. No, obviously, I don't mean something like that. But if you want to make something a little bit more modern, then be, a little bit more playful. Okay, we have some basic boxes here with some shadow behind them, and I like that you have used a big font size. The thing that I don't like, although, is that I cannot, again, like hover or click, or if I quickly, just want to copy paste something, I can't. For example, I really like that quote. Let's say that I want to copy that quote and transfer it to Twitter. I can't copy that. Like I'm trying, I'm hovering it, and it doesn't do anything. So people, please stop doing that. It's not nice. I want to be able to copy things from your website. It's better for you if I want to copy things from your website, because it means that I'm interested into you. But if I cannot copy something, then it's kind of hard. Like, I don't like that. Continuing with the next section, we have different genres like travel, lifestyle, technology, fiction, and explore more. So I guess that these are the stuff that somebody can read on that web page. We have like feature posts. Again, here I'm not really sure about the gray color because you want to have a modern website, and sometimes the gray and the box and the shadow, you know, it's a mixed up feeling. It's not so modern. Maybe you could like change a little bit the colors here. And then on the last part, on the footer, I can see some basic stuff here. Like I'm not sure if this goes to Twitter or if this goes to Instagram or somewhere else, so you could, you know, specify what exactly does the thing mean. I know what the hashtag means, I know what the email means, but I'm not sure about that. And you want everything for the user to be easy. The easier is going to be, the best it's going to be for you. You have joined our mailing list and you have email ID. I noticed somewhere else that you use the ID. Why do you use ID? You could just have an email, you know, just email, not email ID. And then you have the subscribe button. Maybe you could do that in a green color or something like that. Just don't be afraid to add some color and try to keep everything nice and clean. So for example, here in the footer you have like a shadow behind that, and then you have a box and another shadow, and here you have the button, which is again white, it's a box, and you have a shadow. So you have like too many shadows, too many white boxes. I think that you could improve that a little bit. Personally, I would remove that outer box for joining our mailing list. I would remove the shadow and I would keep it like as simple as possible, and maybe I would change that into a green button because this is an action and you want the focus to be there. So with a different kind of color you would put like the focus there. Okay, again guys, like in the chat, if you have a different opinion than mine, feel free to say so. Let's go on top. And oh, another thing that I didn't mention is that you have the sun, which I get it, it's for light mode, but then you have the cloud. And why do you have the cloud? Instead of a cloud you could have like the moon or something, because the cloud doesn't mean dark. Okay, and I would also appreciate it if I could just click on those icons and the mode would change. Okay, I forgot to say that earlier. Let's check the menu. Another suggestion would be to keep the menu up here, because you do have the space for that. So add it here on the header so the other person doesn't have to click in order to see the menu. Okay, we have home, which is where we are currently at, and then we have novel. On novels we don't yet have anything. Okay, we have the blog and we can select something, so let's click on that. Let's click on adventure. For now on the adventure section there isn't anything. We have fiction, horror. Okay, I see that there are not a lot of stuff here. That's okay for now, but I guess that in the future you will add more things. We have then the partners, and for the partners I can see some beautiful things right here. Yeah, so it says like, want to be a partner, submit your email, we will contact you. And here, like, you did a nice thing, you have the submit button in green, so you know, that's a nice thing. You also have like this these other colors, which again it's a nice addition, because everything else, like, it's so white. So you can add totally some more color. Let me check a little bit the chat. So you guys say shadow in dark mode should probably also adjust. Yes, this is also true. I think that, you know, some small things could change. For example, even here, this shadow, I don't think that it has any purpose. Personally, I would remove the shadow. You don't want the shadow. Shadow is a nice effect in some cases, but in some other cases, like, it's making your project looks a little bit old, and we definitely don't want that. We want your project to look modern and kind of cool. So yeah, maybe even delete the shadow or remove the shadow. And again, here, like, you have too much shadow, and you can even remove the whole box here and just keep it like plain and almost black. Let's go to, we have one more section, which is the about me section. About us section. And I can see some basic stuff right here, our mission, and want to be a part of this startup, come on. Okay, here for example, you want to have some more colors, because this is black, and if I haven't focused on anything, then it's like, I don't know, should I type here or anything? I mean, take a look on that, and now I will turn it into the light mode. Okay, into the light mode you have the gray color, so I know that I should type something in here. Now check out again the dark color. Everything is so dark, and now I don't have the gray place that I had earlier, so I don't know what I should click on. And trust me, the other person is not going to play with light and dark mode. If I hadn't seen before that in the light mode you have that gray place, then I wouldn't know that thing. Like, I wouldn't know that I can click on full name and type something. Anyway, as I said earlier, on the email you don't need the word ID, so just remove that. You could only have like email. And okay, I don't like it that much. I'm going back to the light mode, sorry about that, guys. But I think that here you can see everything more clear. We have the submit the details, and again here you don't need the word details. You could just let it be on submit. And the other thing is that please be a little bit careful with your errors. What I mean is that in that case I obviously made an error. I didn't submit anything, or if I submitted something, everything is null, like I didn't add anything, but yet I get the message, thanks, submitted successfully, we'll get back to you soon. How will you get back to me soon? Like, I didn't give you my name, my email, I didn't give you anything. So just, you know, be a little bit more careful. Maybe say with an asterisk what fields are like required, or have everything required. I don't know what you like, but yep. Okay, this was my point. I hope that you guys liked that review. Let's also check a little bit the chat again. Color of input area on input should be changed. Yes, this is true. I also think that it should change. Okay, guys, so that was my last review for today. I hope that you like it. If you have like any other questions or like literally anything, just leave a comment right now and I will do my best to answer it. Okay, if you want to take part as well, again, in the description box you can find the link, and feel free to submit your own project. I promise I'm not going to be very hard on that. Somebody left me like a message on the Google form and said, okay, you can review my project, but if you're going to be too hard on that, then don't do it. So yeah, if you want to let me know about anything else, just do it. Okay, let's also check the chat one more time, and it says all these portfolios are of beginners, developers. It's good they are trying to do, but they all should improve on the UX. Yes, I'm not sure if all of them are beginners. Maybe in today's, like, let's say, episode, most of these people were beginners, but I think that I have reviewed also a lot of websites that the people like were in the beginners, and it's also like important to see how the person has built the project, because a lot of people just take a template, and when you take a template, it's like me reviewing somebody else's job, not the developers that sent me that project. So if something is wrong on the UX, like, it's like I'm not talking to the developer but to the designer that created that project. Okay, so yeah, that was I hope that, I mean, that was helpful. For today, I'm not going to submit, or I'm not going to do any other review, because I just saw your comment that it says, is my project coming today? I already submitted. Could you please also check my previous reviews, because I maybe already have like done your project. I'm not very sure, but anyway, tomorrow I will do another review, and I will like continue doing these reviews as long as I have your projects, guys, and as long as I take your support, I will continue doing these things. Okay, guys, that was it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you are all having an amazing day or an amazing night. Stay home, stay safe. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And see you really soon. Bye bye.